Hello everyone, I am Harsh, GDSC lead of NIT Kushetra, and I welcome you all for our session Deep Dive into Kaggle. And today we have our speaker Vilsi Jain. She is an Azure Developer Community lead of Jaipur City and Peter Microsoft Lunch to Investor. Along with that, she is an expert in AI/ML and Microsoft Azure. Welcome, Vilsi.
Hello everyone. I hope you. Okay. Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So thank you Harsh for the great introduction, and thank you all the GDSC for inviting me. So today we have a topic like deep dive to the Kaggle. So Harsh, can I start with the session, or you need to say something?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So today, as it's the last session for like two session on the machine learning, we have done like first session was intro to the machine learning, second intro with the Kaggle, and today we will be going more deep dive to the Kaggle and with the machine learning part. So if anyone is new, today like if you want to check the last session, you can check it out after the session. Otherwise, you can watch them first or come on this session. Otherwise, like all is good. Like today, I will be going most of the basics part, so to the high end level. So I don't think you need lot of part of the last thing, but yes. So let me present my screen first. Okay. So is my screen? Yes. So as per the last session, what we have done, just recall it. In the first session, we have done more on the machine learning part, like what's machine learning, and bit more on the machine learning libraries and how to import that, and more like what I will be doing and what are the resources for the machine learning, how you need to start with the machine learning, and what's the difference between ML, AI, and why machine learning, right? So the next session was in more on the Kaggle, like starting from the Kaggle, what is Kaggle, why we are using Kaggle. So today also we will be like more covering on the Kaggle part, and as per I told yesterday, like we will be doing today one of any machine learning model. So if you are really a beginner in the first year, second year, so it will be your minor project too. Only for the first year, second year I am talking about, because not for the fourth year or third year. Like for the starting purpose, this is something is good if you are starting with the ML. So today we will be doing house price prediction. So if you have any friend who is interested in the machine learning project, so you can just send them my link and invite them to. They can watch in the live. And whenever you have any questions, just put in the comment section. I will be ready to help you. And the question can be regarding machine learning, AI, Kaggle, anything you can ask in the comment section. And if you want any resources, I will share you afterwards. Just ping me in the comment section. Okay. So if anyone is new, then you should have an account in the Kaggle, and just you need a Kaggle account, and we will be starting from beginning. After this, like house price prediction. So what's house price prediction is, like I am sitting in the Bangalore, or let's say I'm sitting in the Jaipur now, and I got a placement in a company which is in Bangalore, so I need to switch there, and I need to know like what's the house pricing, because I need to live there, and I don't know about the pricing of that area, like anything about that area. And I have some specific requirement, like I need 2 BHK flat or 2 BHK house, anything, whatever I need, I have written in my aside, right? Now, as per the Jaipur, I know what is the pricing, but for the Bangalore, I don't know the pricing, because I'm new to that place. If I go there, like many people have their different suggestions to me, right? So these all are the models, like these house prediction model. We have different sites. Like for the area, they suggest a price. Like that area have a pricing of 1 crore per flat, 2 crore per flat, right? So, but how I can like judge that is it accurate or not? What's like what all the things I am getting in it, right? So why this prediction model is there is like every area have different pricing, every everyone requirement is different, right? So firstly, in the machine learning, what happens, like if the area, like I need to sell it in 55 lakh, 60 lakh, 70 lakh, at 80 lakh, or near about like 54, 53, 52, right? So the machine learning prediction will be helping you to detect the right price of the model at the last, like of that flat, right? Because like what they firstly it will be finding the area and what's the pricing going on at the right time. Like please, one thing always check it out, like never go to the old data set, because the old data set not only for the house prediction, like for the everything, because many times it happens like in even after even 20 years before, the data was really different. Like at that time the flat was of of like 60,000 or 10 lakh, but now it's 60 lakh, so it's have a heavy difference. And now you will be saying like what's this. So please try to have a new data set. And one of the doubt, like where to get the data set and should I go to collect from each and everyone? No, we have a Kaggle. Kaggle is basically not only for the data set. Like what you can do, if you let's go to this part. If anyone was not there in the last class, so if we go for the house price data, you will be finding many data set, but just try to a year ago, a 4 year ago, 10 months ago. So try to have a latest data, but latest data should also have a good requirement, because some like house prediction model and the requirement in every data will be different, right? Because in some of the data there will be only house, area, pricing, and three more four things. In some of the data set there will be many things like how many rooms, what is the longitude, what is the latitude of the area, what's the garden place, or many things would be there, right? So we need a more accurate data, right, to understand each and everything. So please try to choose the best data, because don't go to the data which have like more download 330, 87 or 215. Don't just click with the numbers of downloads. Just check your requirement and what's the data need and how many data is there. Like 20,000 people have registered or 2,000 people. So you need to check everything, right? Okay. So if you want, like it also provide us a filter, like whatever filters we need. So we need just last 90 days data, or last, even the last week data, because it many times happen last week data is not available too much. So last week, if anyone have uploaded, okay, like 20 people have uploaded last week only, so you can check their data also, like if there is more accurate or not. There is like many things: notebook language, Python, R, technical tags, whatever you want. So like many filters are there. You can set your filter and find your best data and best requirement, right? And even if you have a data, you can also upload that new data. Like if you have a good data, like data set for anything, and you want to showcase to the world, or you want to show to the public in your or send to your company, so you have both option, like to send for in the private mode or send in the public mode, right? So upload your data and it will be public in the Kaggle, so anyone can access it and anyone can use it. It will be helpful for all. Otherwise, it's something like privacy data, like private data, you can put in the public section, and wherever you will be share, it will be go to them only, right? So this is something like biggest feature of the Kaggle. Kaggle just not only provides the data, it helps us to code. It also provides us an ML code. Kaggle arrange many challenges for the data scientist, for us, and for the students, everyone. And there is like high gifts and high pricing for the winners, right? So this is something like a hackathon challenge, are like hackathons where like thousands of people or 500 people register, and who wins get a good pricing money. So this is something like good for, if you are like really interested with this, you can just go to the competition section. Yesterday I had discussed a lot about that, so you can check that video, how to access that and how to join that and everything about that. Okay, now, so today we will be like understanding more on the machine learning house prediction model and how to integrate that data with that. I had choose like 5 months before that like model. So it's not something like model can be like very old because the model is something like they have good. But what I have seen in this model like about the data set, we have many things there like sales price, utilities, conditions, neighborhood, like many things are given in this. And the model was really good, so I thought to take this model and I have choose it very randomly just now. So actually, we can use the Google Collab too. What is Google Collab? Google Collab is something like which provides a free platform from the Google side to run your machine learning model, for the data engineering or for Python, you can run your models, right? This is called Collab. So if you don't have Jupyter or something, you can also go with the Collab, but it have some faults like it will be not supporting your camera, like if you are making a face recognition model it will be not supporting your camera. So because like till last time last before month or 2 months I have used, it was not supporting every time. So recently if Google have updated, I don't know, but like till 1 year before it was not doing, like I was trying from long. So and Jupyter is like really best, but Colab is something like you can share with everyone and easy to update and all the things. So you can go with the Collab, but like Kaggle also provide a code platform. Now you can see even it's very relatable and understanding. So today we will be also going with the how to use Kaggle code platform. Not only for the ML, Python, we can use many such code languages on this platform, and it's really very nice. So let's start with the house prediction model. Okay, so we have one of the question like how we get the idea that data is like our output is more accurate or not. Okay, okay, Shravan, if I spell wrong, sorry for that. So how we can know like is it accurate or not? Not. So let's take any example of let's take example of house prediction model. So firstly, I go to the area I need to buy a house, and firstly I fix my range like to 60,000 to 40,000. Like they have entered a price. I have go to the website and I write Bangalore, right? So they have given this price to this price, and now I start giving it more specification. Like I need 2 BHK, it will be giving 60,000 to 70,000. Then I give parking space, so the different thing will be increasing. So how the accuracy we can check like in the same in the face recognition model. If we have given the data of the 10% or 20%, 100%, and if I go and match the face, and if my match faces with the full green tick from this side, even from the this side, even you have seen the Google photos. If you are standing at the back side like this much small, then also Google recognize. So what's that? That's the accuracy. Like even you are standing from this side, even that photograph matches you. So how this happens? So even if you have given any of the test or even in the any of the app and website, what they say, like try to click a photo from three side. In the Azure, if anyone have given Microsoft Azure certification, so they told to take your picture from the three side. Why? Now if any person goes to this side, like because many times happen it they may have a twins or something. So how they recognize, they it happens like this. So if that model shows the green tick on my face, like we'll see, they recognize. So this is the accuracy. And someone else is sitting, but he's little bit similar, like some of like eyes or nose is similar. And if the model recognize him as a will see or her as a will see, so this is something the model is not accurate. So that something which defines the accuracy of the model, and how much accurate, how much precise the model is, that shows how accurate the model is. Basically it depends all on your preciseness, all on how everything you have defined in a way. So this shows the accuracy of a model. I think Shivan you have understand. Okay. So importing the essential libraries. Yesterday and day before yesterday, we have discussed about the pandas, numpy. So I will be telling in a starting, in a short. Firstly, let's go with the panda. Panda is useful for to play with the data, to store the data. For all pandas are used. Matplotlib is the library for the graphs, and with that we are going and we will be explaining it more and more, right? We have learned about the SQL learn in the first lecture. So please, if anyone have not seen that lecture, no problem. Like we will be, you can see after this session, it will be good. Okay. So these are some of the important libraries, important matrices which we need to use. So like for every model we have a different things, like for the polynomial features. So someone have a question, like someone in a mind get a question, will see, should I learn all the libraries? So man, if you go for the C++, Java, you automatically understand, like for if you are solving any maths question, if you are solving any linear regression problem, you use iostream maths, right? Sorry, include maths. We use iostream for input output. We use, like if you are using any STL, we use the different libraries, right? So for this also you not need to learn anything. You will be automatically understanding like what's your requirement and what's your need. According to that, you will be installing that libraries. Okay. Loading the data. What's loading the data? Firstly, we need to load the data so data can understand like from where to fetch. So we'll see. I don't have any data. Should I go and collect from the from person to person? No. Just recently, I had told you just need to go to the data set, search house price prediction, search according to your like best data for you, and take from there. Now, there you will be getting there a download option. If at the last I will be getting a time, I will be showing it again how you will be getting that. Go on the download option, download that, extract from there, and save it in your folder at any place, right? And copy that path, and it should be in the format of CSV. And it you will like you will in the filter formation you will be getting the different option like CSV, PDF, or different options. So click on the CSV if you want the data in the CSV. If you want in any form, you can just define that. So now what is PD? PD is for like pandas. So we have used here import panda as PD. So PD, like pandas is used to store the data. Pandas, please read the file CSV. Now, one second. Okay. So it's a command for reading a file. Now, exploratory data analysis. Now let's understand and play with the data. So df dot head. Now what's the head? Head, like now it will be showing all the data here, right? Like what all the top five data. Head means like defining like first five rows. So we will be like head data is equals to like five rows. So we have 81 columns and five rows, because it in you can see like we have defined many such things earlier, like this thing. We have all the things here. So we have the 81 rows. Now you can see like they have even like garage area, garage fuel, garage condition, drive, everything they have. Make it very simpler. So let me share this model to you too, so if you can understand. Okay. Now you can see like head means the top data of everything. It's not, they haven't sorted anything, just they have given the top five rows. Now checking the shape size of the data. So how to check what is the shape or size means, like how long the data rows are and how many columns are there. So we have seen earlier like we have 81 columns and we have 8160 rows. So this is something called a shape, like how many rows and how many columns according to your data. So if you have a CSV file, they will be giving you the number of lines. If you have an Excel file, you can understand it according to your file, right? Now, first one is always a row, then it's a column. Okay. Now, DF info. You, this is something like you are only understanding for yourself. The main part is not started. Like we have just imported the library. Now we are understanding like what's there. This is like information you want to take or not. The all the data here. Now getting a statistical summary of the data set. So we have a command to get a statistical summary. So df, please describe all the data set, like all the data set. It will be describing for you. Now you can see each and everything like count, mean, standard, mean. They have described everything. So they have find a average of everything like a count, mean, standard. They have given you an statistical summary. You have study statics in your maths, right? So there we find the mean, standard, minimum, 25%, 50%, and count of every place. So this is something they are doing now. Let's start the correlation between the numerical values. What's the correlation between the numerical values? Like we just need to plot a graph. So we are using matplotlib for that, right? They are just the correlation between the variables and the size 15 and show. So you can see this graph. Uh, this is something like just need to understand, not something like this. Future selection. So we are selecting a numerical feature which have more than 0.50 or less than 0.050 correlation rate based. Now Pearson correction method, like what we are doing, like if anything have a correlation rate less than or equal to this thing, so they are finding this, like this is a default value for the parameter for the correction. Okay. Now they have like import nums call. So even you can, if anything is not used in the starting, even you can import afterwards. Now that's hmm. Hmm. Now they have defined all the correlation in the sales price less than this, so we have defined here if less than this or greater than this. Okay, so we have defined this. So how they are, like I would say, if you are able to understand the Python, if you have a good command on the Python, it doesn't take much time. You can be very good in the machine learning. Just you need to have a good practice, and you will be able to understand each and everything, right? Okay. So import calls, like I real now you have understand like cat calls. We they have defined what is MS John utilize. They have already given that what they need. Now checking the missing values. So for the checking the missing values, any sum we use like print missing values. So this is something like easy command. You can understand whatever is there. We will be going to the main part. Now let's jump to the part of the data visualization. What the data visualization means? Data visualization means to understand the data in a grid form and in a understandable manner. Without. Okay, someone is asking like what is the use of Seaborn library? So basically, Nidhi, we are using Seaborn for the statistical purposes, like in the graphic form. So this all are the thing. Let me show you. These all are like using Seaborn library. And if anything is showing in the graph manner, like bar graph, that is using matplotlib. So Seaborn basically used for the statistical purposes. Here we have used the statistical purpose. Let me show. This thing. Here we you need the Seaborn library for the statistical purpose. I think it's more clear. So it's basically built on the upside of the matplotlib we used to build and integrate it closely with the Seaborn. So matplotlib and Seaborn is something similar, like something very like integrated or something because it use the bar graph and the graph manner, and these also present Seaborn also present the statistical formatting in the graph manner. Okay, I think Nidhi, your doubt is clear. Okay. Okay, we are on the part of the data visualization. So visualization, the correlation between the numerical values using pair plot visualization. So here also we have used the C bond to understand. So this is something like if you write SNS is for the C bond. Do not get confused what is SNS and what are the other things. So import nums call, important nums call. So in the above side we have import that, and now it's showing all the grid part. So we'll see like why we are seeing all this, like why we are seeing in statical manner. So to understand the correlation between the each column and what's our target and what we want our visualization for, just for our visualization we are understanding this. Hmm. Same for the visualization part. Now these all are the graphs for the garage area and everything. Like you will be able to understand if you go for the deep purpose. Like they are just making the graph and making you understand. Now X Y split. So X and Y axis they have a split. Like for the sales price, X is one. So the X is for the first side, like for the sales price, and Y for the garage area or garage cars or anything, right? So XDF drop sales price. So remove the drop means like remove the sales price, or you can not properly remove to a side, right? And Y equals to DF sales price. So we have like changed that. Now one hot encoding. What is encoding? Encoding is like something, any data set to make it featurely category in a category manner to make it understand. Now what is the standardized data? So standardize the numerical columns in NIX data, standard scalar and adjust the mean of the feature U and standard deviation. So this is the formula. Even if you have studied it, Z equals to X minus mu. So what's the mu is equals to mean, and this is standard deviation. Even this you have studied in your maths, if you reminded that thing, even in the 10th 12th in the college first year even. So is there anyone who is from the first year or second year? Okay, just ping in the chat, I will be seeing it afterwards. Import, like again we are importing that to understand the standardized, like how to do that. Now again taking the X head, and you can see some of the changes. Now we are only taking the X head. Just a minute. Okay, now the main part start from here, because like that's all, like we are understanding, we are visualizing like all the requirement are fulfilled or not, what is the graphical manner and all the other things we are here to understand. Now we are doing the main training and testing part. So we have defined the column and we have split the training and the testing part in for the better evolution so we can understand it. Okay. So as per like now we have done the X train, X test, X Y train, Y test. Now we are dividing it into the chunks so that anyone can understand in the easier manner. Now what we are doing, like we are doing the different evolution for checking it out. So earlier we have understand the formula. So we have like NP square. NP is for the numpy square root of the grade x, S type float 32 plus this all are the formula which we are using upper side. So now you will be asking like, Wilson, should I need to learn everything or should I need to understand myself, or what should I need to do? So I would say like in even if you are a machine learning engineer or anything, So even every machine learning engineer also use Stack Overflow. They have to not only the Stack Overflow, they even find any good code. So you don't need to write everything, but you need to make many changes in the code, right? Because if anything is really a bit new, you need to write from the starting. But what happens in the many of the times, you get the code easily, but you need to have a heavy changes, you need to make very changes, because according to your website, according to your app, you need to make it different, right? So you need to understand what the code is and how to write it, and how to make a changes. So please understand Python first in a very good manner. Go for the machine learning, understand machine learning, everything. Not learn the things like how to put the formula, how they like you start mugging up like 2x into cross y. So you will never learn this, right? And in not in your exams, they will be not coming like this. Please write the house prediction model. They will asking the questions, right? So at the time you need to understand each and everything and how to make the changes, how to add that, how to make that formula. Right. Now machine learning model. So okay. Now in the model PD, the data frames column model, we are just defining that the model like what's the requirement and what's there. Now this is the linear regression. Linear regression like what's all are the need and how to use this. These all are just defining the regression and part. I don't think like you will be able to understand this recently, but I will be trying to explain much more than that. Model comparison. Now we will be understanding like how to compare it model and how to sort that. So we'll be sorting according to like RMSE. RMSE is like root means square root. According to that, like we will be checking it like how better our model is. So every model have different parameters to understand like what's there is in that. Like how to compare it. If it's a face recognition model, we can compare by ourselves. But for the house prediction model, we need different things. Like for here, we are using root RMSE, MSE. We have a different things. Like we need to compare it and check it. Like really is it? So in the starting, it makes some of the problem, but you need to maintain the accuracy. You need to maintain the formula and develop it. And one more tip, if you need to make a resume, always try to write your model accuracy. Or if you have worked in an intern as an ML engineer, right? So please add your accuracy. Like I have increased 20% accuracy of the model in dash company or in this model. So this will be showing your impact, like what impact you have done in the company, what impact you have shown. Even if we have a face recognition model in the world, have a 99% accuracy, try to make something which have 100% accuracy, right? Because now 99% model is already there. It's just for example, number is not something, don't go like we'll say I have a 100% accuracy model. So I'm just taking an example, right? Each and everything have a different thing and accuracy. This is same for the matplotlib which I have used here. They have used matplotlib. Now it will be showing all the accuracy. Now you can see each type of accuracy. Here is the cross verification. If you want the random forest regression, polynomial regression, so have they have given everything. Now let's jump to any other model too to understand it more better. I think there is a bit net problem, so I have switched off my camera. You not need to close. No problem. Let's jump to different model. Okay. And yes. This is also like something same. Now you can understand some have used graphs, some have used different things like count of house pricing. So every model have something different. Like someone have attached the scalability, some have attached the something extra in the data part. So I hope like most of you have understand. Even you have not understand, just go to the Kaggle part, or you can just ping in the chat section, or you can DM me on the LinkedIn or wherever you want. You can just find me with the name of the Vilsi Jain. You can connect me on Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you want. I will be ready to help you. Okay. So tomorrow also, like sorry, day after tomorrow, we have a session on like integrating Firebase with the website. We have done the last session on the web development part, and now we have one more session on the Okay. Now we have one more session on how to connect your website with the Firebase and more on the Firebase. In the last section, we had discussed on the website. So even if you are a beginner, you what you can do, like you can just see my last lesson, and I have given some of the tasks for the website. You can understand that or either I can repeat it again. Like you just need to try to make a login or registration page for with the help of HTML, CSS, and you can I will be telling you how to connect with the database, how to connect with the Firebase and store your data. So we will be meeting you with on the yesterday, and let's understand more on the Firebase. So we are completed with this series where we have covered machine learning, Kaggle, and deep dive to the Kaggle, right? So if anyone is new, still if your friend wants to start your journey, even I am telling I haven't covered all the part of the ML, all the part of the Kaggle because it's really a very vast thing. I have given you the glimpse how to start with the ML, and I have covered most of the Kaggle, like everything in the Kaggle. But still something is left. You can just check it out, right? So I think like my today my session is covered. Just check it out for the house prediction model. Try to make your own model. Take something like diabetes model, or take some small models and then start something like big models or not. Okay. Anything else? I think the session is done.
Mm. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sure, audible.
Yes. So I think students don't have any doubt.
Yes.
Mm. Yes.
And the most of the all the doubts I have cleared in the session part only.
Yes. Yes. I would like to thank, we'll say, from all the on behalf of all the 15 GDSCs for giving the insights of Kaggle in like very much hands-on manner to us. Thanks for that. Yes, one more session is left about intro to Firebase. It will be on 26. Do join. Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Ah, thank you. Hmm. Hi, Suyansh.
Bye bye. We'll see.
Yeah, bye.